Shalom, shalom. This is your brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Campaign Trinidad with another video, another lesson through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai. Okay, so first and foremost, call Halayam La Allahayanawa Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai Ba'asham Rakaha Kodash Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahweh Shai Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahweh Shai Barakata Yahweh Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders, a great milestone that rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutation unto the brothers who preaching and teaching the truth through the four corners of the earth. Alright, risking their lives and their freedoms to do so no more than ever. Shalom unto the speckled bird Israelites, and shalom unto the very few but faithful Akwatiyam, which is the sisters, that listening and learning. Alright, so the title of this lesson here, it is entitled How Plain Could the Agenda Be? Yeah, or how much more plain? Yeah, how much more plain could their agenda be? It in your eyesight. You understand what I'm saying? It in your eyesight, It in your eyesight. It's there for everybody to see. And you have dumb jakes, I wanna say jakes, I'm speaking about the ones that so called in the truth, the ones that know that they are Israelites and what have you, so forth, and yet still, they're still pussyfooting around. Alright, because as you could see, this just today, cause still on the plantation, I'm doing a double shift right now, but this morning, I went out, take a walk, to get a cup of coffee and what have you, and see this here on the with one of the shopkeepers, he always have his dailies on display, and lo and behold, my eyes stumble on this, My eyes happen to stumble on this through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shai, I want to see it. The spirit had me to take out a picture of it one time, and I say, you know what, I will do something on this later on during the course of the day, which is now, I'm doing it here now. But what I say, is how plain could it be? How much more plain could it be to pursue into the agenda? What they really pursuing? Alright, what they really want to accomplish? What they really want to achieve? You understand what I'm saying? You hear what the man, you hear what your finance minister says? Alright? TT, alright, which is Trinidad and Tobago, alright, must go cashless. Alright? Now if it going cashless, where you feel like going and replace it with, as I had said in the last video pursuant to Rowley, Rowley speaking about the e-identity and whatnot, so forth, and hey, all this is tying in, because your digital, in order for you to access, your digital currency and what have you, in order for you to access that digital finance, in order for you to buy and sell and whatnot, you have to be locked into the system via your digital ID and whatnot, so forth. You understand? This is where it is. Alright, and you have camps, you have Israelite camps playing the fool and talking a whole bunch of shit, alright, pursuant to what the MOTB is. Alright, having Jake on a wild goose chase, alright, spreading all this confusion, to what the truth really is, pursuant to the MOTB. Alright, so here what's going on. We're going to go into the article because I had I had pull up the article and whatnot so forth, and the article is a good read. All right, a good read for you to read and see what it is all about. So bear with me here. Bear with me. All right. Okay, so this is what it is here. Okay, it says Imbut calls for better cyber security measures. Trinidad and Tobago must go cashless. Because if you all know, you all should know by now, unless you're living under a rock, as they say, you know, couple businesses and government institutions, you know, such as the Southwest Regional Health Authority and TSTT and certain other private entities, you know, PriceSmart and whatnot so forth, you know, they have been experiencing cyber attacks and what have you. Alright? But we through the power and spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, you know, we already know all that is taking place there pursuant to these cyber attacks and whatnot is by design, you know. Is by design is to have the people in panic mode, you know, they creating the problem and the people reacting, alright, and being in panic mode and whatnot, because the fear that, you know, the confidential information, you know, the data and all these things, you know, they have a great fear, you know, that it could be used for nefarious use. You understand? So you have any people reacting, and the government who created the problem, the government who being directed, who taking directives from the powers that be, the elites that be, to orchestrate and create the problem, to bring forth the problem for the people to react, you know, so that they could come with the ultimate solution, you know. The people will be begging for a solution, and hey, they have the solution, man. Yeah, they have the solution, which is what? To go cashless. Alright, and set up a whole digital system and whatnot so forth, you know, where they can be able to monitor everybody. And but this article is a good read, and let's without further ado, let's go to it. So it says, despite problems caused by cyber attacks, Finance Minister Colm Imbut has said Trinidad and Tobago must continue its drive towards a cashless society. Alright, because this is what the elites and the banks, central bank and what have you, you know, the government, this is their agenda. Alright? This is the agenda, and they're creating the platform in order to reach their agenda. Alright, such as those cyber attacks and what have you so forth. You know? Don't look at it lightly. Don't look at these cyber attacks and these so-called cyber attacks, these well orchestrated, you know, by design cyber attacks. Don't look at it lightly. Alright? Pay close attention to it. So it says he made a statement during his feature speech on the second day of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Trinidad and Tobago 14th annual conference at the Hyatt Regency on Friday. It reads, we must simply install better cyber protection. Alright? Better cyber protection, maintain greater safeguards, and far better systems for dealing with issues and informing the public when problems occur, he said. Alright, so the better systems and you know, maintain greater safeguards and protection and all these things, you know, is the whole blockchain technology and whatnot so forth, you know, and camera surveillance and all these things, you know, what do you call this thing, boy? Facial identification, facial recognition, you know, all these things tying into one, you know, your digital ID, you know, what you will need in order to be able to access the internet and whatnot, so forth. All these things tying into one. All right, all these things tying into one, and you have a whole motherboard or a whole beehive, you know, with the worker bees, you know, be monitoring and whatnot, so forth, you know. So it says he said the digital divide remains a concern, as not every citizen has equal access to the benefits of digital transformation. All right, and that's why they have this that's why they have this thing called financial inclusion. All right, they're using this term called financial inclusion, where now every citizen, they say no citizen must be left behind. All right, with this new system that is coming on board, you know, they want every citizen, you know, to take part, to be a part of. All right, to participate in. All right, first starting with that digital ID, you know, in order to be able to have access to financial inclusion. Okay, because you have to understand that everybody has a bank account. All right, but with this, and the thing about it is, you know, one of the main reasons why, you know, a lot of people don't really have bank account here in Trinidad is because they don't have two-former ID, which is a main requirement with these banking institutions. But of recently, they decide to relax. The same column in itself, finance minister decided to relax the know your customer rule or know your customer law within the banking system, where it's no longer necessary, you know, for you to have two or three former ID, picture ID to present before, you know, the banks, in order for you to open out a bank account. All right, because they really and truly, you know, is to entrap everybody. You just come with your ID card or your driver's license, you know, or your passport and what have you, so forth, and you're getting through. All right, so it says however, the e-commerce sector has grown significantly, making it easier for local businesses to reach markets abroad. You understand what I'm saying? Because, hey, and this is the thing what others always be asking. This is the question that others always be asking. You know, what is the infrastructure? You know, what is the infrastructure that is put out, you know, in order to facilitate buying and selling with these businesses and whatnot, you know, to do trade and commerce with? What is the infrastructure that is put in place, all right, in order for you to do buying and selling where the MOTB is concerned? Because the business is a whole chain link. Is the banksters, all right, from the World Bank, the IMF, the Bank of International Settlement and whatnot, so forth. Okay, going on downwards to the respective central banks and the government and whatnot. Okay, and trickling down to the business fraternity, the business, you know, these businesses and whatnot. They all have to work hand in hand. They all have to be in sync, all right, in order for this thing to be successful, all right. And they have been making great inroads, all right. They have been very successful in what they're doing. The system is already here, all right. The system is already here, and everything, you know, is just for them to for some false flag, some black swan event, whatever the case may be, you know, in order for them to orchestrate, and carry out and what have you, where now, they bring about the problem, the people react to the problem and ask for a solution. Not ask for a solution, but beg, go down on the dying knees and drag on the ground, begging for a solution. All right, and the government will come with the solution because they already have the solution, which is the RFID, CHIP. All right, but things they can't just do it drastically, just like that. It had to have what gradualism. All right, gradualism. So it reads. So it says. For making it easier for local businesses to reach markets abroad. He added that the single electronic window TTBizLink continues its progress to reduce the cost of doing business and allow organizations to make online payments. All right, so your big businesses, they are falling in line, and the small businesses, in order for them to keep afloat, in order for them to keep in business, all right, they too will have to fall in line. All right, they too will have to fall in line. All right, our overall ambition, the purpose, the prerogative, what they're aiming for, all right, is to make as many citizens, financial inclusion, right? As many citizens and businesses as possible, knowledgeable and comfortable. Yeah, when I say uncomfortable, it goes into what? Convenience. All right, because convenience going into the word convenience. When something is convenient to you, it's all about seeking your comfort. Not too much hassle, not too much worry in whatever your endeavor may be. Okay, so it says where I reach here, right? Knowledgeable and comfortable with digital banking and digital payment solutions to keep pace with the rest of the world. Yeah, with the rest of the world, because this is where the whole world is running into. This is where the whole world is transitioning into. All right, and Trinidad, they have to follow suit, because it's prophecy at the ending of it all, right? It's prophecy at the ending of it all. Okay, so it says, he said next year 14 new e-services will be launched on the platform. This is Imbert speaking here. Oh gosh. He also reiterated government's plans laid out in the budget to introduce a cybersecurity investment tax allowance of up to $500,000 available for the next 2 years for companies which have spent money on cybersecurity software and network security monitoring equipment. So what they're doing, because just what day it was, I was coming up in a Maxi, heading on my way home, and I was listening something pursuant to the business association or something like that, of Tunapuna, the Tunapuna Business Association and whatnot, these businessmen and whatnot, where where they're making provisions pursuant to cybersecurity and whatnot, from cyber attacks, hackers and whatnot, and also from criminal elements outside of the cyber sphere, these criminal elements and what have you, so forth. So what going on is that the government is actually the government is actually providing financial resources for these businesses to set up high-tech cameras and whatnot, so forth. And um, I think I want to believe is with the government, they will be oh gosh, let me take my time here. Help me here, yeah, about Shimmy, right? The government, they will be the ones, helping provide assistance in maintaining these monitoring devices and what have you. All right, and it all will be charged with a very small fee, and the businesses, the business owners, whatnot, they would have 24 access feed to their businesses and whatnot, along with the police and what have you. There is where it is, and not just only with surveillance, camera surveillance and whatnot, but also with the cyber technology and whatnot, so forth, to monitor who, that they don't get that the data and the financial records and all these things that don't get hacked and don't get hacked and whatnot, so forth. All right, so it says here, he noted, however, the expenditure has to be certified by iGovTT. All right. This year, several organizations, including TSTT, PriceSmart, the Office of the Attorney General, and the Southwest Regional Health Authority have all been targeted by hackers. And hey, we know this is by design. Least Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. All right, we know this is by design. They're doing this. All right, they're doing this because and look at the institutions that has allegedly been hacked. All right, this is to fearmonger the people, for the people to be like, hey, if they could hack these institutions, that's supposed to be properly well secured and whatnot, so forth, these multi-million-dollar institutions and what have you, and government institutions such as the Attorney General office and whatnot, so forth. All right, where it is for we the small fries, so the people, the man on the ground, they will be crying out, for better security, with all the internet transaction and whatnot, so forth, and the data, the people, people very skeptic with the data, with the use on the internet, they're very skeptic, and people, they like to be assured that the internet use, the social media use and whatnot, so forth, is of strict privacy, Oh boy. So it says in the case of TSTT, more than 1.9 million lines of code were dumped on the dark web with information on customers, including banking information. All right, including banking information, ID cards, and cell phone numbers. And this is the reason why they're gonna come with the AI technology, because this whole cyber security and whatnot is really AI technology and whatnot that's going to be monitoring these things and whatnot, so forth, and with that, is all gonna lead to the chip. All right, that is where it all leading to the chip. All right, because they're gonna set up with the AI technology and whatnot. AI technology having all access to your digital ID, and also your banking statements and your purchases and whatnot so forth. That is all going to be attached and under this thing called blockchain. Where blockchain is going to monitor every single aspect of your life, pursuant to your financial purchases and whatnot so forth. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. It reads, including banking information, ID cards, and cell phone numbers. In recent press briefing, Ansa McCall, who? Ansa McCall, information officer Ian Gold, said the company is subject to up to 1,000 attacks a month. 1,000 attacks a month, cyber attacks. These people say they're receiving a month. You understand? So there's going to come with some aggressive AI technology and whatnot so forth in order to say they're combating cyber attacks, and whatnot, and it's all for the security of the people and whatnot so forth, when actually and truth is the elites having full control. Are you Israelites? Alright, we can give our ass about the rest of the world, but what you're going to have is all about the whole world having control over the whole world, but the main agenda is really for you Israelites. So it says business chambers had mixed reactions to the minister's statement, with one saying that as a society, Trinidad and Tobago is right where it is supposed to be for the time being, and now it is not the right time to go completely cashless. So you're going to have the control opposition and whatnot so forth. Alright? Another said the country must progress with the right security measures in place. Just fucking heathen. That's Elam. Alright? So it says more than half the transactions done right now are done through links and credit card. That is cashless in a sense. Yes, it is true. It's cash, because a lot of people they don't move around with cash again. They move around with credit cards, they move around with debit cards and whatnot so forth, which is actually programming. Alright, which is programming and control and whatnot so forth, and gradualism. Alright, gradualism to what? To really get to that ultimate goal, is to chip every single man, woman, and child up on the face of the friggin' earth. Alright? Said Vivek Charan, president of the Confederation of Regional Business Chambers. Going completely cashless would mean that no one is paid in physical cash anymore. Alright, so he's going to get what? A UBI. Alright, because that is what they really want to do. Alright, everybody get a UBI and whatnot so forth. You understand? And your UBI is being controlled into what you could buy. Alright? When you could buy. Alright? And you must buy within a stipulated time, because your freaking your digital currency is going to come at a expiry date attached onto it. Alright? We've been telling you these things. We've been telling you guys these things. Year in, year out. Alright? Year in, year out. And this is to these other camps. This is to these other camps. Where is the infrastructure that is put in place to buy and sell via sin? Alright? Where is the infrastructure put in place, to buy and sell via having sex with a white woman, or whatever mad nonsense, mad dotishness these niggas is be saying? What is the infrastructure to facilitate it? You understand what I'm saying? So it says going completely cashless would mean that no one is paid in physical cash anymore. We feel, given the different levels of employment and business in TNT, that going completely cashless at this time is realistic. Yeah? Why they saying it realistic? Because this is where we are heading into. This is what the country have to. The man on the ground, he has no say in this. Yeah, the man on the ground has no say in this. He had to go by what the fucking government say, man. You understand? He had to dance to the beat of the fucking government. Oh gosh. President of the Chaguanas Chamber of Commerce, Baldat Maharaj, said going fully cashless at this point is impossible. That would control opposition, because don't get it twisted, they know this thing is not impossible. Alright? They know that it is not impossible. Okay? And this is the reason why, Trinidad, this is the reason why they let Trinidad and certain Caribbean countries lag behind with technology and whatnot, so forth. They let us lag for a purpose, so that when things like these coming about, the people could be like, it go have some who will be saying, we're not ready for that, Trinidad not ready for that, whatnot, so forth. But then they go have the ones now go be pushing Trinidad too far behind, and we need to catch up with the rest of the world and whatnot, so forth. We need to put things in place, in order for we to catch up with the world, in order for us to be on par with the world and whatnot, become a first world country and whatnot, so forth. And this is what's going to take place. Alright? So it says, but it is the way of the future as more countries begin to phase out physical cash. He pointed out several payment methods such as WePay and others that do not even require the use of a bank card or credit card, right? Alright? Which is what you're paying through your phone. Alright, you scan and whatnot, so forth, and you're paying through your phone. Alright, you scan a QR code and these things. Alright, but that is just for now. The real thing is that chip. Alright? Because they're going to phase, just as how they phase out cash, they're going to phase out phones. Payment by phone and whatnot, so forth. Alright, and they're going to have to pay via that chip. Alright? So it says, he pointed out several payment methods such as WePay and others that do not require the use of bank card or credit card, but he also pointed out that many small businesses do not utilize Lynx machines. Alright? And these, as I said earlier on, these small businesses, they will have to fall in line in order for them to keep in business. Yeah, because there's a lot of businesses that they don't use Lynx. Alright, they deal strictly with cash. Okay, but cash is going to be obsolete. Fiat currency is going to be obsolete, and when fiat currency becomes obsolete, all right, these small businesses will have to no other choice but to fall in line in order for them to keep afloat, in order for them to continue being in business. And the only way for them to do that is what? Is fall in line and go digital. Alright? They have no choice. Alright? He said, I don't think there's any part of the world that I can recall that is actually cashless. Yeah. China. He feels man stupid. Take a look at China. Alright? Until the World Economic Forum is using China as an example, endorsing China, alright, to be an example for the world to follow, alright? What the fuck this Indian feel he could fucking fool? Anyhow, he said, I don't think there's any part of the world that I can recall that is actually cashless, he said. The goal is to get there, but over the years we'll get closer and closer to that. He predicted that within the next 20 to 30 years, several places will go fully cashless. 20 to 30 years. Nigga, we don't got all that time. Yeah? Within the next 3 years, bet your bottom dollar, 3 years. Yeah? Because a lot of these countries done finish the pilot program and whatnot. This is what it is. The system is done there already. The system is done there already. All right, it's just for the world economy to crash via the petrodollar. All right, and then with that now, this is going to bring in the digital era fully. All right. Maharaj said, however, that for TNT to go cashless, it has to invest more in cybersecurity and take it seriously. Cyber attacks probably would not stop, but I'm not sure that the local entities here have invested enough to ensure that we don't have that kind of attacks. Companies that store credit card information, they ought to have systems in place to ensure that the information is safe and secure. Charan said credit card fraud and identity theft, victims are not always fully compensated. He explained that in cases where hackers or fraudsters got their hand on credit card information and make transactions internationally, it is usually not up to the bank but to the vendor to recompense. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to just read down here because I want to go to some scriptures. It reads, Sharon question why government, this is the point where I wanted to hit here. Sharon questioned why government was so eager to move to a cashless society. Is it because the government really can't handle crime and they feel the only way is to go completely cashless? Then we have to ask ourselves whether the amount of crime in the country is a result of theft of cash, and the answer to that is no. So going cashless may not reduce the level of crime as we know. He said government needs to tell the country the real reason behind its drive to go cashless. Its real reason, right? And the real reason is because they want to have full control. All right, that is the real reason, to get full control over every single man, woman, and child upon the face of the earth. That is the real reason, all right, that they want to go cashless. That is the real reason. The prophets know the real reason. We all know you businessmen and whatnot, you all know the real reason. You're just plain stupid. He also said that a cashless society would mean that the government and the banks may have full oversight of each citizen's finances, which could mean more taxes, more bank fees, and higher inflation. Yeah. So, which means what? They could be able to tax you when they're ready to tax you. You understand? And what have you, so forth, Deduct it right from your chip. You owe so and so, you owe such and such and whatnot, so forth, in taxes and whatnot. And they just deduct it right from your chip. You understand? And you have no control over that, but they have it. You understand? So it says that they may have full oversight of each citizen's finances, which could mean more taxes, more bank fees, and higher inflation. All right? And we will leave that there for that as that. We will leave that there. Let's go to some scriptures, man. And this is what we keep saying, This is what we keep saying, man. This is what we keep saying. All right, let's take a look at Proverbs. Scriptures that are further beat for you all Negroes, man. You all numbskulls, man. You numbskulls, man. All right. The enticement of sinners. Right. This is Proverbs 1:8. It reads, "My son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother, for they shall be an ornament of grace unto the head, and chains about thy neck. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not." All right? If sinners entice thee, consent thou not. All right? Who is those sinners? The elites, the powers that be. All right? These banking dynasties and what have you, so forth. All right? Let us, if they say, "Come with us, let us lay wait for blood." Yeah, let us look privily for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit. All right? Because this is what it is. This is what this whole thing here is all about. You understand? This is what this whole thing here is all about. Entrapping the world, entrapping the masses. You understand? having full control over the people. All right, this is what it is all about. Yeah, we shall find precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil, which is riches. All right, all the natural resources and whatnot, so forth, making trillions of dollars, offer the people by taxing them and whatnot, so forth. Being able to tax the people at will, all right, because remember, they have full control over this whole digital system and whatnot, so forth. You understand? And could be able to deduct your money, via the, not only for taxes but via the social credit score system and all these things that is going to be attached. They ain't telling you the dark, that they just only giving you the illusion of the benefits, but really and truly the dark sinister side of this thing here, they're not telling you. All right, they're not telling you, and they wouldn't tell you, because then if they tell you, all right, the plans wouldn't come to work. All right, so they have to be subtle and sly, you understand, in able to catch the people. All right, so it says cast in, this is the thing here, verse 14, the point here, cast in thy lot among us. All right, cast in thy lot among us, let us all have one purse. All right, and that going into what? That going into the business society. All right, all those who in business. All right, the government. All right, all the banking, the major bank institutions. All right, your World Bank, your World Bank, your IMF. Your Bank of International Settlement, your central banks, all these things, all right, along with the major, with a big player, which is the business community, all right, because the business community, they are the ones that has the platform, in order to provide, they are the platform, in order to facilitate the system that the elites, the powers that be is implementing. All right, so when I go into that word purse, all right,
Strong's H3599, keys,
all right, keys, all right, so it says bag, purse, all right, for weights, all right, money, all right. Let us all have one money, which is that digital currency that is going to be attached, to the CHIP. All right. All right. So let's bear with me. All right. So it says, my son, walk not thou in the way with them, refrain thy foot from their path, for their feet run to evil. Here their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood. All right? This is what it is. That's why when I go to Psalms 10 and 1, it reads, Why standest thou afar off, O Yahweh? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? This is what we asking. But the Lord ain't hiding his face, is all about what? Prophecy. Prophecy has to be fulfilled. All right? It may seem as the Lord hiding his face, but the Lord ain't hiding his face, He speaketh this word from since the beginning of all these things to take place. And this is what is happening now. It's taking place. Okay? It says, the wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let him be taken in the devices that they have imagined. All right? That they have imagined, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, which is to chip each and every single man and woman, child, upon the face of the earth, and blessed the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. Yeah, they split up all the riches, all the ill-gotten gains among themselves. They enrich themselves. All right, the wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after Yahweh. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous, thy judgments are far above, out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. He said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. Alright, he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. Alright, and that net is that CBDC. Alright, that net is that whole cashless society. That net is that MOTB. Alright, because this what is gradualism. This is the ultimate goal. Yeah, this is their ultimate goal. He croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. Eh? Fool, yeah. That's why the scripture say I want to go over here. Because the blue letter are no apocrypha. That's why when I go to Ecclesiastes 14 and 5. Ecclesiastes 14 and 5, it reads, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? Alright? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. Alright? Because this man, he going to bring his own people and all under this criteria. Alright? The whole world, the whole world he's going to bring under this whole criteria. Alright? There is none worse than he that envieth himself, and this is the recompense of his wickedness. And if he doeth good, if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness. That is why when I go back to, I'll use this here to come to Proverbs, because I want to go back to the 10. That is why when I come to Proverbs 26 and 25, where it reads what? 26, 25, when he speaketh fear, believe him not. Alright? Yeah, don't believe him but on them other shit. Don't believe him but on them other shit. Alright, but with this whole cyber security attack, this whole cyber attacks and whatnot, and they need this to help alleviate crime and this and that and the other, and whatnot, and we need to go cashless and whatnot, so forth. It's not for your beneficial. Alright, it's for them to have full control over you. Total control is the agenda. So it says, when he speaketh fear, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart, whose hatred is covered by deceit. His wickedness shall be shewed before the whole congregation. At the last, his wickedness shall be declared. You understand? If he do it anything, if he do it anything good, he do it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness. You understand what I'm saying? But the scripture say what? Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. Alright, they are going to fall in their trap. They are going to fall in their trap. Alright? So it says, he croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by strong ones. He hath said in his heart, Yahweh had forgotten. He hideth his face, he will never see it. This is the mindset of these people. Alright? This is the mindset of these people. This is why they feel, this is why they carry that God complex about them. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah? It says, arise, O Lord. Or arise, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, O power. Lift up thine hand, forget not the humble. Wherefore doth the wicked contempt Yahweh? He had said in his heart, thou wilt not require it. You understand? But the scripture says otherwise. Thou hast seen it, for thou beholdest mischief, and spite to requite it with thy hand. The poor committeth himself unto thee. Thou art the helper of the fatherless. Break thou the arm of the wicked. Break thou the arm of the wicked and evil man. Seek out his wickedness till thou find none. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is king forever and ever, and the heathen are perished out of his land. You understand what I'm saying? There is where it is. This is what it is, man. These people have to fall, man, because these people are the fucking wicked, man. These people only have wicked intentions. You understand? Wicked fucking intentions. Alright? And then you have dumb niggas, dumb dotish niggas out here, you know, talking a whole bunch of shit. Talking a whole bunch of shit pursuant to what the MOTB really is. Alright? And not coming straight to the point and hitting it head on and being truthful. And letting the people know what really and truly the MOTB is. You understand what I'm saying? But it's not a problem. It's not a problem. Because what the scriptures say. It's not that I wanted. It's actually Ezekiel. The book of Ezekiel chapter 2. Alright, Ezekiel chapter 2 and 1 it reads, And he said unto me, Son of man, stand upon thy feet, and I will speak unto thee. And the Spirit entered into me when he spake unto me, and set me upon my feet, that I heard him that spake unto me. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Yasharal, to a rebellious nation that hath rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me even unto this very day. For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yashai. Alright? And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, whether you dumb niggas in IUIC and ISUPK and WFI and what have you so forth, you know, one body not in Yahweh Shai, and you know, all you rebellious niggas, where the Lord say, and whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall they know that there hath been a prophet among them, because the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yashai is going to stand faithful and true. Alright, and that chip is going to become mandated, that every man jack upon the face of the earth, you have to fucking take that shit. Alright? You have to take that shit. It's going to be mandated. That is the only way it's going to be able to. A matter of fact, the WF done declare it already and done make it clear. Alright? The World Economic Forum done make it clear. You understand what I'm saying? So you niggas could pussyfoot and dance around and tap dance and talk all this shit and do all this shit and whatnot so forth. Hey, at the end of the day, you all is going to be confounded. Yeah, a great confounding is about to take place upon the whole earth. Yeah, what I'm telling you all, a great confounding is going to take place upon the face of the whole earth. Best believe that shit. Yeah, Revelation 13:16 ain't no joke, because there's what it is all about. Alright, so I will leave it there. I rant enough, I speak enough, you know. I had about too much scriptures, but I not necessarily need to go through all of that. We done make the point. Alright, we done make the point. And the point is, alright, Trinidad and Tobago is going to go to cashless very soon, okay, in order to accommodate the implementation of that CBDC that is going to be accessed via RFID CHIP. Simple as that. Yeah? Simple as that. So I hope you always edified through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Alright, this is your brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp, signing out saying Shalom, 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 you know, and call Halayam La Alahayana wa Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders and the bishops of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutations unto the brothers who preaching and teaching throughout the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and the freedom to do so, now more than ever. Shalom unto the speckled bird Israelites, and Shalom unto the very few but faithful Akwatiam, which is his sisters. Alright? All are done now. Shalom.